Today's top story. The United States and Ukraine have reported significant progress in their latest round of peace negotiations. These talks, held in Geneva, are part of an ongoing effort to create a workable roadmap to end the war between Ukraine and Russia. According to U.S. officials, the final text of the peace proposal now requires approval from both Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelenskyy and U.S. President Donald Trump. Once both leaders sign off, the plan will be formally presented to Moscow. In a joint statement, the United States and Ukraine said the discussions were constructive, focused, and respectful. They also emphasized that meaningful progress had been made in aligning both sides' positions and defining clear next steps. Both countries agreed that any future agreement must fully respect Ukraine's sovereignty and ensure a sustainable and just peace. However, reports indicate that the White House has been pressuring Ukraine and its European allies to move quickly toward accepting the plan. This has raised concerns in several European capitals, and even within Washington, that the U.S. might be leaning too closely toward Russia's demands. After speaking with President Zelenskyy on Monday morning, Finnish President Alexander Stubb described the Geneva talks as a step forward, but he also stressed that many major issues still remain unresolved. He added that any decisions related to the European Union or NATO would be handled separately, in their own dedicated process. The diplomacy surrounding these negotiations has been unusually chaotic. President Trump initially pushed Ukraine to accept the plan by Thursday, but later stated that was not America's final offer. At the same time, U.S. National Security Advisor Marco Rubio first appeared to distance Washington from the proposal, only to later confirm that the plan was in fact drafted by the United States. Delegations from France, Germany, the United Kingdom, and the European Union also attended the Geneva meeting, joining U.S. and Ukrainian officials. The American team included Jared Kushner, Special Envoy Steve Witkoff, one of the plan's authors, and U.S. Army Secretary Daniel Driscoll. Ukraine's delegation was led by Andriy Yermak, President Zelenskyy's chief of staff, along with National Security and Defense Council head Rustem Umerov. Although the negotiations are far from complete, today's developments mark an important moment in the ongoing diplomatic push to end the war. Much remains uncertain, but the progress made in Geneva could play a key role in shaping the future of the conflict. Today's top story.